Hello guys and hello students. So today we'll try to understand about how to write the literature review. So let's try to understand what is literature review in the beginning. So it can be conceptualized as the process of identifying critical thoughts, ideas, discussions, pedagogies, concepts and systems based on the research done by previous researchers. So basically, you are trying to identify different thoughts and ideas and some discussions, maybe, and some methodologies and some kind of new concepts or systems which have been already developed by other people. These are, in fact, the different kinds of facts and figures based on previous analysis for a concept or a system as proven by suggestive research techniques that includes both quantitative and qualitative research. So it can be general facts also, like if I say expenditures were actually responsible for increase in sales. So there were some facts, if I say by 30%, by 20%, or by 70%. So I'm mentioning figures also. So this kind of facts and figures both can be included in the literature review part. So once we try to research on a given topic or idea, we need to construct some basic foundation for proceeding further. So this is very important that before you proceed in any research, you have to first identify that some basic kind of formulation of literature must be there. So this stage of literature review, it helps the researcher to read several critical research papers or projects or literary publications. So it can be different kind of research papers which are very critical. Like if I say in case of marketing, there are some very renowned authors, Kotler and people like this who have written very formidable kind of facts and figures, and they have also given a lot of case studies. So you have to first get concerned about those people who are experts in this particular field. So first collect different ideas from these people. These are also considered as evidences that can help researchers to support their own ideas or creating an alternative idea which is different from others. So this literature review basically is a group of evidence, or it's a kind of evidence sheet that will basically help whenever you are going to research about something new, like creating some new ideas or maybe supporting the existing idea. So it can be both for the particular topic or maybe something different in the given topic. So what are the steps in the process of writing the literature review? So there are different steps. We will be trying to see what are those concerned things. So the first one is search for concerned literature or read relevant ideas from different experts in the concerned field. So we should always try to first find out which particular field we are talking about. Like in marketing, we have advertising. So if we are talking about advertising, so what are the different forms of literature? Who are the people who have written about those things? What are the ideas? What are the important considerations they have in those particular fields? Now, while searching for such literature, you have to make sure that you collect them from credible sources or high acclaimed or proven sources such as Google Scholar, EBSCO, ProQuest, IEEE, ABDC listed journals. So you should always make sure that you collect whatever literature you want to get from very renowned sources, so such as Google Scholar, EBSCO, ProQuest, IEEE, and you can also take ABDC listed journals. Now, you should always also remember to follow the theme or nature of what you are searching. So basically, if you are looking for something like I was telling on advertisement, so you have to look for different types of advertisement, and if I say in which country these advertisements were done, so you have to take the location into consideration also. So the theme is also very important whenever you are doing some particular research. So in literature review also, you have to follow the same thing. You cannot change the thing, so it will complicate the matters. You have to also identify a lot of similarities and gaps in literature studies, like in support of your own ideas or against it. So in technicality, what happens that we collect ideas from different people, and we may be writing them in different orders. So this should be avoided. First, we have to find two things: something which supports the ideas which we are considering, and something which are against it. Like I've given an example, like Kohler, 2002 proved that advertising costs are related to increase in sales revenue. So this is one particular idea which is in support of this particular topic. So all ideas supporting a given topic should be grouped together. On the other hand, another example, Perkins 2012 stated the diminishing effect of advertising expenses on sales revenues. So this another literature, it proves that the opposite of what we are talking about. The first one was advertising costs are related to increase in sales. The second one was the diminishing effect of advertising expense on sales revenues. So it's talking just the opposite of how advertising expenses are not causing much difference in sales revenues. So this is something opposite. So we should group this kind of things differently and in different paragraphs. We should have support literature, and in another paragraph you can have your against or something alternate for whatever literature is concerned. You should always also remember to include highly cited literature, research papers or journals because it can help you to increase the base standard of your own future research. So you should also consider taking critical research which has already been proven or which has already been acclaimed by other people. So first try to search in Google Scholar or EBSCO the most cited literature. So there you will find something very relevant, something very proven kind of thing which people consider as standard. So it will also increase the standard of your own future research. You should also try to include at least 20 to 30 sources of relevant literature depending on the nature of the project. So in general, we talk about how many sources we are going to take. So in general, you should always try to take 20 to 30 sources, and then you can group them either for or against the support idea. Whatever ideas you have, it can be supportive or it can be against that particular idea. So minimum 20 to 30 sources you should take. So it may be more in case of internship reports. So depending on how much big report you are trying to prepare, or maybe dissertations, it can be more also, or in thesis you can have more than maybe 100, 200, to 150 or 200 or maybe more also. This kind of sources can be considered. Or even in case of full literature studies where you are just concerned about the literature based studies, so you can take even more kind of supportive literature. Now there are some points to remember. We should always try to keep the font size the same font size while writing literature review. So don't change your font size. It will make the look of that particular literature review awkward. So you should always try to keep the same font size while writing the literature review. Next one is very important. We should keep the focus intact to a certain point of discussion. Like if you are discussing on consumers of a certain age group, so don't deviate. Okay, don't deviate towards other age groups as it can complicate your own future research objectives. So if you're discussing about the age group, you have to find relevant literature which is based on those age groups only. Like if I tell you about the age group between 20 to 25, so all the relevant literature belonging to such age group should be considered. Don't deviate to something like 26 to 30 years of age group, because if you do, your overall research objectives can actually mean something else, and you won't be actually able to link your literature with your research. So always keep the focus on a certain point of discussion. Now, another very important part, use your own narrative style. So you should also try to use your own style of explaining the different facts or figures or studies because it will help to develop the interest among the readers. So you follow your own style of writing, follow your own pattern, you can improve your own style of writing, and you should avoid copying other style of writing, because your own style will also keep the users very unique experience of reading from a certain point of view. So that keeps things very simple and it also developed a lot of interest among the readers. Now, another very important thing which we generally forget, we should always try to maintain a reference list along with the writing of the literature review. So what we can do is that we can keep a literature review on one sheet, and another sheet we can have references. So we can actually keep on updating our reference list based on what literature we add. So in one of the examples, I have stated about one of my own papers where I have maintained two sheets. You can see in that slide the literature review where about one particular Bitcoin currency. So I said that it also stated that Bitcoin currency value is dependent upon the growth of transaction volume and customer acceptability. So this is the literature part. In the same literature part, I have also added more points. But whenever you are stating anything in literature review, parallelly you should update your reference list. So if you can see in this particular direction, for example, I have mentioned, like in the previous slide, that Bitcoin currency value is dependent upon growth of transaction volume. So I have given this in the literature part also, and I have also adapted this. You have to mention, you have adapted it from whichever journal or whichever research paper you have taken. So I have mentioned the research paper name also, statistical analysis of Bitcoin transactions during 2012 to 2013 in terms of premier currencies, dollar, euro, and ruble. From Vidwat, the author name, my own name I have given from the Indian Journal of Management 2016. So this is how you can actually do the literature part, and you can also mention the from list the source from which you have adapted it. Thanks to everyone for attending this very patiently.